Hi Pregnant Mums, Nisha at the 9-Month Club, and that's at www.the9monthclub.com. So then my next frequently asked question, and I guess this is one that is more addressed towards friends and families, or maybe asked to yourself as a rhetorical question, but it's something that comes up with every pregnancy because it's always in our subconscious, and that is, what's the point in doing all this nutrition and exercise stuff, because I'm going to get big anyway. And you know, this is something that is gonna help you, is gonna throw you off your pregnancy fitness plan. So it's gonna slow down your motivation to do all these things, and if it's in the back of your mind, that little question all the time is gonna stop you from keeping on track with your pregnancy health and fitness. So there's two areas you need to think about here. How is it going to affect your baby, and how is it going to affect you? So we'll start with baby. Well, first of all, nutrition is so vitally important, and you know that, but what you probably don't think about every time you eat is, how is this mouthful of food going to affect my baby's development? And that's really where you need to go with this, because when we're eating those chocolate bars, drinking the odd glass of wine, or you know, pigging out on a pizza in front of the DVD and some Ben & Jerry's ice cream, the last thing on our minds is, how's my baby going to be reacting to this? It's, I love this food because it's comfort for me, and you know, I'm pregnant, I deserve it. Which is the wrong attitude to have, but you know, it's part of life, and we all have it from time to time. So here's what you need to think about. Every mouthful of food that goes into your mouth is the potential development for your baby. So he is going to be made by all of his cells, all of his tissues, organs, bones, his brain, his nervous system, his hormonal development, and his personality is going to be affected by the food you eat. So if you're eating processed foods, if you're eating pre-packaged and pre-made foods, if you're eating foods that are high in sugar, even natural sugars like honey and fruit and things like that, if you're eating like more than 2 pieces of fruit a day, your diet's going to be high in sugar, then you are seriously impacting your baby's development. And although you may not see it now, it will affect him later on. So it's a really hard one to work out, because all you see is that you're getting bigger, your pregnancy is progressing fine, your midwife is telling you, yeah, you're all okay, you may be getting a little bit bigger than you had planned to, but that's kind of okay. But you're not seeing what's going on the side. So think about the potential development for your baby. If you want to grow up intelligent, if you want him to be adept, if you want him to be physically strong, if you want his hormones to balance properly so that he is an easy baby to manage, and his personality is going to be you know, bubbly, friendly, and nice, then all of these things are going to be affected by the food you eat, and that's something that we don't think about every day when we're putting the food in our mouths. Secondly, how is this going to affect you? Well, the food that you eat and the exercise that you do is going to define how you feel during your pregnancy. So things like morning sickness, back pain, varicose veins, even things like constipation leading to hemorrhoids and piles, or you know, gestational diabetes, and the more serious things like preeclampsia, which is potentially fatal for you, are all affected by the food you put in your mouth. So unless you are having a regular healthy diet and you are exercising regularly, then all of these things have a much bigger potential to cause complications with your pregnancy and reduce both your health and your baby's health, and put you in a potentially harmful situation. So that's the reason diet and exercise do matter, because it's basically going to define how you live your pregnancy. Okay, so that's it for that one. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.